Hi Retro Gamers, once again I'm going to make a video about my beloved Spectrum. This time I'm going to choose some great arcade ports. There are so many great arcade ports for the Spectrum that was hard to choose. So I pick up the ones that in my opinion were great ports, but also the ones that I played the most. And if you like this video or the channel, you know what to do. Green Beret. This was a great conversion for the Spectrum. The controls were memorable. We could stab enemies while standing, jumping and even lying down to avoid the enemy's fire. Besides the knife, we can also pick a machine gun, a flamethrower or a rocket launcher. The animations in this game are great and the gameplay very addictive. This is one of the best arcade ports for the Spectrum and, in my opinion, any Spectrum lover should play. Chase IQ. Chase IQ is a driving game. The Spectrum version is, without a doubt, one of the best adaptations of arcade game for the Spectrum. I also had, when I was a kid, Outrun, and I always loved Sega and almost all Sega games, but even when I was a kid I admitted that this port is much better than the Outrun port. The graphics in Outrun were good, but the car was too slow. But this was an amazing port for our humble Spectrum, with great gameplay and great graphics, with delicious little touches, like the siren or the shadow underneath the car. This was a truly work of passion. This game put us in the shoes of the policeman, who is in charge of catching certain suspects, aboard of a Porsche. Chase IQ for the Spectrum received at the time from this Special Life Press outstanding rating. R-Type. I was never good in any horizontal scrolling shooter. I finished a few in my arcade machine, but with infinitive lives. But despite not playing well, I still love these games. R-Type was one of the most popular horizontal scrolling shooters in the 80s, and for some of us who played the game at the time can easily see why. The Spectrum port of this game was outstanding. How could they do this? There are also so many things moving on the screen at the same time. This was an absolute masterclass in programming. It was not just the graphics, the gameplay was very similar to the arcade. The charge beam, the power-ups, all were there. The huge bosses, everything was faithful to the arcade version. Shinobi. Like I said before in this video, I love Sega games, and Shinobi is one of my favorite franchises. In the 80s, ninjas were very popular, and all the kids wanted to see ninja movies, as well playing ninja video games. This Shinobi and Shadow Dancer were possibly the games that I played the longest time in the Spectrum. In every level we must rescue all the hostages to be able to go to the next level. Our ninja, Joe Musashi, throws shurikens. Rescuing certain numbers of hostages in each stage will grant him an attack update. Shurikens are replaced by a gun. The game have totally of 4 bosses and 3 bonus stages. This port was impressive, the programs really gave it all. Even the game music was great. The bonus stage, the bosses, everything were very faithful to the arcade version. Ikari Warriors. Ikari Warriors is a vertical scrolling action game where we fight our way to a variety of enemies to rescue a colonel. I said many times, Metal Slug is horizontal Ikari Warriors. In both games we have 2 weapons. We can play both games in 2-player mode. We also can drive a tank. Even the enemies and the graphics have many resemblances. I believe the Metal Slug series is the spiritual successor of Ikari Warriors. Both games are from SNK. And for those who don't know, in this game our characters are Half and Clark from Kings of Fighters. And they also are playable characters in Metal Slug 6. Talking about this port, I prefer to play this version than the arcade one. Because this game in the arcade we control our character with a rotary stick, and in my opinion it's almost impossible to play with that weird thing. The gameplay in this game is simple, addictive and fun. I love running over enemies with the tanks. The game is also great to play in 2-player modes. The game is short, we finish the game in 15 minutes maybe, but because the gameplay is so good, the game has many replay value. So how about you gamers? Which one is your favorite Spectrum arcade port? Please let me know in the comments. See you in the next video.